This time we'll be taking a look at the third figure from Series 13 of the DC Universe Classics, Cyclotron. Cyclotron is a kind of a unique character. He's actually created for the toy line, Superpowers toy line, before he ever appeared in any comics, and he only ever appeared in a few of the Superpowers comics. That includes his first appearance, which would be Superpowers #1 in 1986. You see the card here. It's got his biography and statistics, and the other figures in the wave: Negative Man, Superboy, Blue Beetle, Cheetah, Blue Devil, Donna Troy, and the Build-A-Figure Trigon. Being the Superpowers-based figure that he is, he comes not with the Trigon piece, but with the Superpowers logo base. All of them come with a button, and he comes with a button of, I believe that's promo art for the Superpowers series, not an actual cover itself, but I could be wrong. Now, he does have a very Kirby-esque appearance, so he's kind of neat, and if you ask me, he really reminds me of the 60s look Wonder Man with his red glasses and green and yellow suit with open chest. He is an android, so he has this nice little feature where you can remove his human face and see his android face there, as well as expose his android chest. And it's all very painted very well, detailed very well. The neck piece and face plate that fit over him are done very well. It's hardly noticeable that they do come off like that. Very successful for doing that. Now, again, because he's only had his few appearances in Superpowers and really only appeared in the toy line, there's not much to say about the character, other than what really this background says. He was programmed with all the powers and weaknesses of both the heroes and the villains, and aided the Justice League in strategies and planning missions, sort of selecting who would be the best to go where, in what situation. And since there's not much to tell, there's not much else besides that, other than there is another character in the DC Universe with the name Cyclotron, and that is actually a bit of a retcon, where Roy Thomas used an old Superman villain, well, not really a villain, more like a pawn in a Superman story during the 40s, and is an inventor by the name of Terry Curtis, and Roy Thomas reinvented him into a reluctant supervillain who had been kidnapped by the Ultra Humanite and forced into servitude to create weapons for him, and then later was exposed to radiation and got these atomic powers, and reluctant supervillain had a bit of a relationship with the Danette Riley firebrand. He fought Al Pratt, the original Atom from the Golden Age, who himself was exposed to radiation and got a similar atomic powers. Terry later died, sacrificing himself to thwart the plans of the Ultra Humanite, and as a tribute, Pratt altered his costume and became the guardian of Terry's daughter, also named Terry, but spelled with an I instead of a Y. She passed on the original Cyclotron's powers to her son, Albert Rothstein, who would become Nuklon and then Atom Smasher. In a way, he's tangentially connected to that, just really in name alone. I could bore you with all sorts of history of the Infinity Inc. and Justice Society, but with all that said, I'll just tell you to stay tuned, and my next review will be on the Blue Beetle. See ya.